Had this conversation a lot with my late wife. She never understood that I wanted her. All of her. I didn't see the flaws she saw, or at least I didn't mind. I wanted her. Not perky tits, not tight hips, not a flat stomach. I wanted her. I loved her and wanted to be intimate with her. You see your flaws. You see what you hate about yourself. You see what you'd like to change about yourself. He sees the woman he loves. He longs for you. Your body, your mind, your lust, your love. Stop overthinking and judging yourself. I'm so sorry for your loss. Open bracket. Everything in Ask Women gets deleted. Your partner wants you to flaunt yourself because he finds you sexy and wants you to feel that way too. Focus on his pleasure. I have insecurities too, since I'm getting older. It's never going to be the same as when we were younger. Nothing gives me more confidence than when I'm pleasuring someone else though, and focusing on what makes me feel good. A while ago I asked how do you clean your hairbrush, and it got deleted. It's the attitude that is sexy AF. Change the attitude. Learn to love and embrace yourself. Exude self-confidence. If you don't have the confidence, remember he wants to see you naked. He wants you kiss you and are attractive AF if you accept it and enjoy that. Even doing it ironically works. I've lost count of the times a partner have told me to stop goofing around when I'm looking sexy, apparently making a super serious sexy face and or pose followed up with a goofy face isn't that attractive to a lot of women. In my experience the goofy face not so much, although I still need to collect more data on the subject. Girl, 33 isn't even that old. I thought you were gonna say you're in your 40s and 50s with the way you are talking about yourself. It sounds like you have a lot of stories that you are addicted to, i.e. I'm old, I'm past it all, I'm not sexy, etc. As others have said, the most important thing you will need to do is work on your confidence and self-love. That is easier said than done though, and it goes way deeper than sex. But start with this. Abandon those stories. Thank you. 3 years ago I felt like a spring chicken. Don't know why I'm so hung up on my age now. IDK of a man who doesn't love thick thighs. Flat stomachs are for egg models using filters. A little fat on your stomach isn't a turn off. It's normal. As for tits, let them hang. We got hands to pick them back up and put in our mouths. Thank you. He does say I have nice legs. I'd like to think he means it. I don't have massive thighs, but definitely bigger than an average girl of my height and weight. Eager beats pretty. This is a common phrase that just means a person who is interested and eager is more attractive and interesting than a flawless person who's not into it. The guy obviously already finds you sexy or he wouldn't be encouraging you. No one is perfect, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have fun and go for it. Tried posting on Ask Women, but it got deleted. A tale as old as mankind. 34F. This might sound super weird, but watching women in porn has made me much more confident. Like women who enjoy sex and just let themselves breath, moan, etc. We're all animals all the end of the day. Also, I use my shy card. I will stand there naked covering myself and he'll ask me to flash him and then I'll say, but I'm shy. LMAO, I know he loves it. Then he'll say, you're not fucking shy. So be yourself, but really self-love for your body is the best place to start. Another good tip, is there anything about him you dislike? I love everything about my husband. That's how he feels about you, remember that. It's helped me. I don't like porn at all, it makes me cringe. My partner hates my shyness though, and says I'm pathetic when I cover myself, haha. There's nothing about him I don't love, and he certainly isn't perfect. So yes, that's a good way to look at it. You don't have to be hot to be sexy, and hot girls aren't always sexy. What's worse than not a flat stomach, jiggly thighs and boobs no longer perky? Insecurity about it. My partner keeps asking me to make more effort and flaunt myself. Your partner told you what he wants. But, stop. Your partner told you what he wants. Figure out how to do that. Ask him to buy you some sexy underwear. Ask him to go to therapy with you. Plan an anything goes night with him. Just start getting undressed slowly. It works for me. Nothing better for a man than to feel wanted by a woman. If your partner really cares, you should have a talk about your insecurities and what you both are comfortable with. You shouldn't feel obligated to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Married 20 years. We are in a low libido phase RN. That happens. Op is getting lots of good advice about how to check the boxes for the male gaze. To complement all the other advice on this thread, the most sustainable and highest potential hotness is someone who is sexy for themselves. First. Op, what do you think is sexy? What would you like to see if you were your own partner? There's insecurity in Op's post. Please build you for you. Oh boo-hoo, I'm not as hot as I used to be because I'm getting older. So what you gon' do about it? Roll into a ball and wait till death do you part. F asterisk 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 out to here. That S asterisk 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 happens to everyone. Enjoy having sex with your husband as much as you can, cause that's probably not gonna happen forever. And be glad he still wants to see you in some sexy stuff even though you're not as perky as when you were 21. Carpe diem or some shit. Sorry, this made me laugh. At least you have a partner and always have the option. I'm gagging for some action lol. Talk to a psychologist. Not really something asterisk THIS asterisk sub will be able to help you with, as most reply here's will be quite literally just do it. In short, you make a new habit by first acknowledging it's an issue, then analyzing why it's an issue, then start changing your thoughts, often with some external help. Then you keep doing this for a year or 3 and one day you will just not relate to your old thoughts anymore. I agree with this 100%. The issue is all about confidence, and it is not something that you can gain very easily. It's something that's going to take a good amount of work. You need to figure out why you're not comfortable with your body and either change yourself, or be happy with who you are, or learn to deal with it. For future reference, if you want to ask women about stuff, go to r/asquamanacenser. You'll get real, pleasant, and helpful answers there. Thanks for that. You can always try being intimate in the dark and progress to slightly more light as you get more comfortable. I also know women who preferred to be intimate with their partners while keeping their shirt on until they felt better about themselves. Another option is lingerie. They make different types that are flattering on any body type. Your partner sounds like they want to see more of you, and that's fine, but confidence is hard when you don't feel it. My wife is in a similar situation as you. After 2 kids, she's got all the same areas that she isn't happy with, but I adore her tummy and her boobs are still awesome. You could also try being intimate in ways that don't expose your body so much. Random oral sex, or in the bed with the sheets pulled up. Also, as previously mentioned, shirt on or lingerie. My wife has a really thin shirt that really makes her nipples show through, and it is the sexiest shirt she has. She's also gotten enough confidence to flash me her boobs in the morning as she gets out of the shower before I leave for work, which really makes my morning great. Hope these ideas help. Just remember, your partner wants you. Whatever form you take, it's you they desire. Press him against a wall and whisper into his ear, farmer bio, there is a field that is in need of plowing and seed in. Caught iron. Don't do this. You need to be sexy for your partner, not so much for you. You are doing it for them because you turn them on. Yes, saggy boobs, stretch marks, flabby tummy and all. My wife is not the hot temptress of her 20s anymore, but I still find her sexier than any supermodel because no other woman stirs my heart and desires like she does, and I bet your so feels similar. All these answers are really vague or psychological. Here are some concrete ones. 1. Do your hair and makeup. 2. Wear your favorite clothing. 1. You don't need to be stark naked. 2. Accentuate your favorite parts, hide your less favorite. 3. Low lighting. 4. Music. 5. Appropriate timing. 6. Don't want to say this but, oral. Kiki, this is great advice. If you are serious about pleasing him, don't him hint or ask twice. Suppose he intimates how hot it would be to be blown on the way home from dinner, take the lead and blow him. Or if he mentions how much he loves your yellow bikini, wear to the next cookout. Nothing shows insecurity more than having to beg a gal to fulfill your fantasies. If this is too uncomfortable, then maybe he isn't the one. I experiences this with my wife. She's insecure also, but I asked her to give me a lap dance once, Super hard things for her to feel comfortable doing dressed in lingerie, but I'm telling you now, I've never been more turned on. She admitted that the more she was doing it, and the more she saw my reaction, the more she enjoyed it. It's the attitude towards being sexy and confidence, rather than confidence itself. Someone trying to act that way, but clearly holding back and nervous, can take the sexiness off of it, whereas someone that portrays the attitude toward being sexy and can laugh at themselves doing something they may feel stupid is far sexier. If he's a boob guy, then put that attention in his face. Use them to seduce him. If he's a big guy, use it to your advantage. You may not feel confident, but portraying the attitude towards it that you're going to seduce him is what will do it. It's hard to explain the difference between actually being confident and having an attitude towards it, but I promise you it works. 2 suggestions. Go to therapy for your self-esteem issues. Go to the gym for your body image issues. Everything will be okay. I'm actually awaiting therapy at the moment. I can't afford a gym, but could do exercise DVDs at home. I just know my boobs getting smaller will bring even more body image issues. I'm already petite. Even though I'm a D cup, I certainly don't look it. Candlelight. Everyone looks beautiful in candlelight. It hides the flaws and accentuates your features. I'm a woman and love looking at myself in candlelight. Have the mindset that no one is perfect and everyone has flaws about themselves that they don't like to talk about. Your partner obviously loves and craves you, and they don't care what you look like. They want you to recognize your own beauty and be confident with it. He said he wants more from you, didn't he? Then obviously he finds you sexy. If you don't do anything because you are frozen by insecurity and fear, you won't ever feel better about yourself. I promise you, if you give him more of what he wants, you'll feel much better about yourself when you see the shine in his eyes. Just flaunt it. He knows what you look like. He is asking for it because he likes it. Stop wasting time with vanity. Spot on response, to be honest. Thank you. Disclaimer, I'm a woman, but I feel the exact same after having my kids. This is going to sound cheesy, but hear me out because it works. So what I do is buy the lingerie and wear it on my own. In front of the mirror, I get used to looking at it on me, find flattering angles, best way to wear it, etc. So that when I'm wearing it for real, I already feel confident in it. Also send photos of you in it to him. Then you can choose the best angles that look good, so when he sees you in it in real life he already likes it. Also a bit of wine confidence helps me too, but I don't know if I'm allowed say that, lol. Is there anything he can do to help make you feel sexy? Asking for more reassurance or non-verbal things he can do to help? It's tough when you're not feeling yourself. Introducing some exercise can really help. Our bodies are made to move and do things, which has been tough at times during the pandemic. I know for me, if I fall off exercising for a few weeks, my confidence plummets even though I know my body doesn't look different. Lots of way to add spice too. Asking what his favorite acts are. Finding out if there's anything he'd like to try / introduce. Adding spontaneity can be really nice too. I've mentioned I lack confidence, as he always used to tell me how attractive I was, and I had a great stomach, boobs, legs. He loves my ass, hips, etc. But these are virtually non-existent these days, and it's made my self-esteem plummet and my sex drive drop drastically. He just says I need to be a bit more provocative and dress sexier. I'll give that a try. I know that it is easier said than done, but embrace it for what it is. There are a lot of different stages in life, and good and bad to them all, but there is no escaping them. Confidence comes from being comfortable with yourself. Obviously, your partner has no problem with your appearance, so that should tell you something. It is a lot harder to have a good time yourself if you are worried about putting on a show. Being sexy doesn't mean that you have to walk around all the time in lingerie. If you normally wear PJs to bed, try just hopping into bed without them. Maybe forget the towel if you are running between rooms after a shower, etc. Offer to take a shower together. A lot of stuff like that isn't inherently sexual, but playful enough to have some fun with, is relatively low effort, and he can appreciate it for what it is. My partner keeps asking me to make more effort and flaunt myself. Do what your partner told you. If your partner loves you, then they don't see your self-perceived flaws. I love everything about my SO, and she hates her figure. She is still insecure, but she is less insecure around me. Work on your body if you feel that you want/need to. If you want to spice up your sex life, try some things that don't require a financial investment like role playing. Ask if he'd be into that and what roles you might try out. Find an outfit that could pass for that role you are going for. You may pick out an outfit for him to wear and clear your schedule for that evening. It isn't scheduled sexy time, but it is nice to anticipate something. Some women use underwear/lingerie to feel sexy. It is pricey, especially if the woman is well endowed. I swear the bra fabric needed is like quadruple the price the more the manufacturer needs. There are people who will find you're dead sexy, but you really don't want to post nude pics of yourself online like an OnlyFans. Just about any woman will find someone that loves their body is my point.